Hi everyone, this is Menz here. I'm going to be playing the new Tier 7 TD, the Challenger, that was released in World of Tanks 9.5 update recently. You can find a full patch note overview on the official World of Tanks website, which there's a link leading to that below if you want to check out all the new content and fixes and features that were put in with 9.5. Now the Tier 7 Challenger for the British tank destroyer line, it's pretty much the same as every other tank destroyer released. They all have lightly armored hulls and turrets. The Archer doesn't have a turret, however, its gun does traverse pretty well. And while they are lightly armored, they have a low amount of hit points for their class, but they are fairly mobile, Challenger being very mobile, and they have a ton of firepower. Now the Challenger only has the 17-pounder gun, which against 9s and 8s, 150 damage per shot is not going to cut it. However, you do have very good accuracy, decent penetration, your APCR is there in case if you are facing like a T30 or E75, you're not able to hit their weak spots. So APCR can go through some of their stronger armor, but even then, it is very expensive to shoot it. So basically, you are a DPM tank, and since you have a low amount of damage per shot, and you're very frail with your armor and hit points, you have to play further back and kind of support your team. Now, I'm heading over on this side because I see a lot of people heading on the 1 and 3 line like usual. I would much rather be on the 1 and 2 line where I can stay behind my team, kind of support them. However, I know that we're going to need help in the town, which I do have a 100% crew in this with a rammer and ventilation, so along with optics and brothers in arms in my crew. So this is the lowest you're going to get for your reload unless if you use a consumable. I also have all the crew skills in this too, so you're basically seeing the best of the best without the consumables active. But as you can see, it's very mobile, no issues there. You are very large though. Your gun depression is 10 degrees, which is the highest of the new British tank destroyers. Most only have 5 degrees, and the only other one with more than that is the Archer that has 7 degrees. I'm letting him peek out first. Let's see, it's here. Nothing. I was like, should I go around this corner? I don't know. We should. The IS-6 is pushed far. T-34 most likely is focused on him, so I'm going to take one shot. At least damage his track there. That IS-6 definitely regrets pushing up there. Don't know if he's gonna be pushing up any further though. Now the reason why I didn't want to come over here is because a lot of buildings blocking my sight lines, so I'm actually gonna move a little bit over. Hopefully I can hit this pattern. No, yep, there we go. Should be able to, there we go, thank you for tracking him. So I'm just gonna hopefully mow him down.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
There's a T-34 over here. I'm kind of surprised he pushed up. Let's just wait for him to cross into this road.
Enemy hit.
Fuck, that's an AMX. I'm gonna take, that's a T-54. Even worse. Damn it! I thought I wasn't spotted anymore. It's a pretty bad mistake on my part. Okay, so instead, I'm gonna wrap out over here, help with these two T-34s. So hopefully I I can finish him off. Might be able to get him here. Nope. That's where that penetration values come into play. While you do have decent penetration, you're not going to pen everything. Gotta be careful here. There's one more hit and I'm taken out. Okay, he just fired. Should be able to get one more shot in here before we go. I'm gonna back up and away. This is enemy IS. He's probably aiming at the Tiger too. Just one shot. Let's get one more shot in. Back up. Might be able to get one more hit on him before he's able to do anything. Basically the whole playstyle of this tank is getting damage in without being shot in return, because you will take damage every single shot. Okay, so enemy IS still pointing my way, I think. But he backed up, so I might be able to get another shot in here as he rounds the corner. Doesn't look like it. Okay, that IS most likely is not going to push my way because there's that TD behind him. So I'm going to use my mobility. Or at least I thought the TD was behind him. Oh, come on! A little bit of bullshit there. Both of us missed him, but at least I got him there. But as you see, this tank, even though its gun is pretty wimpy against tier 8s and 9s, you can make it work. You just need to use your APCR sparingly because it's very expensive. It costs 3,200 credits compared to the mid-hundreds for your AP round. And you just have to prevent yourself from being shot. And I think it's a good tank overall. It's just not for everybody because you really cannot play far up because you have a low amount of hit points and armor. So overall, in a tier 9 match, did 1,291 damage, destroyed 2 tanks, and got a decent amount of experience because I damaged a couple tanks higher than me. And it's another thing introduced in 9.5 is for light tanks and other tanks, spotting tanks a tier higher than you, you will get 10% more experience than before. If you spot something 2 tiers higher than you, it's 20%, 3 tiers, 30%. It's capped out at 30%, so it won't work 4 tiers higher than you, etc., etc. So that helps out light tanks, specifically scouts, who get thrown into a lot of high tier battles. So you'll actually get more experience now for spotting, which hopefully it helps people learn that spotting is a viable tactic. I hate playing against very good scouts because you can't see them, and yet there's tons of shells flying towards you. So at least now people get rewarded a little bit more. So for this map, I'm gonna be heading down to the south. Hopefully I can snipe a little bit, which usually I do not snipe. If you followed my videos, I like playing tanks and playing aggressively. So this tank is a bit different for players who aren't used to playing further back. You really just need to keep some map awareness, which the new minimap helps with, showing which tanks where and where enemies were spotted or last seen. But the new British tanks, since they do have the firepower / mobility combo, it is a pretty good combo because you're able to move around where you need it, and you're not just plopping yourself down somewhere and then you're not able to get to the other side of the map if you need to be over there. So there's a British TD, the Archer. That thing actually moves faster in reverse and forward, and it's dead. That guy's probably like, oh, I fucking hate this tank. No armor, can't go fast forward. Well, playing your tank wrong, you actually have to back up and go backwards towards enemies, because it has a 32 kilometer an hour top speed backwards compared to 12 kilometers going forward. So it looks like there's a lot of enemies in the north, so I'm not going to play terribly aggressive, but I'm going to play more aggressive than I actually planned on at the start. I do have 100% crew in this with all the crew skills. I have a rammer, ventilation, and optics. So you're basically seeing the best possible stats in this thing without premium consumables. Okay, so I have a little bit of company here. Just gonna keep these guys spotted. Damage in, because I've got a lot of people looking at me here. Let's get him down. Come on. Okay, I think I might have clipped that. I'm a little stuck now, so I'm gonna hopefully get up here. He's not aiming at me. I'm aiming at him. Okay, screw this. I'm out of here. I'm gonna take some damage here. Might be able to escape with my life. No! There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get shot again. He's heading pretty quick at me, so he shouldn't have good accuracy. I have frickin' this SPG gun ho on me. Hello, Stuart. Sorry, but I'm gonna ram you here. You're gone. He's gone. Basically, this tank, you just really have to pay attention to where your enemies are, because you don't want to be shot too much, because you're going to feel the damage. The reason why I didn't sit on the cap and instead I'm moving over here is just to provide us a little bit of map control. Hopefully an arty doesn't whack me. I might actually find one of them right back here. Or not. Taking a little bit of a risk moving out around here on my own with low HP, but somebody's got to do it. Just got to keep in mind that your turret moves very slow. Okay. No, 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 no. Shit, there's a fucking medium behind me. Anyone able to help me out with this freaking guy? Okay, here he is. He's dead. That medium's still behind me. So I'm just gonna move back. Something a little bit safer. Okay, he just spotted me. And I missed. He's able to be one-shotted. If I can get a shot right here. There we go.
Enemy armor destroyed.
This tank rewards knowing maps and knowing where your enemies are. So you really have to keep an eye out on the little hills that you can hide behind and where your enemies are so they don't get cheap shots on you. So I'm just going to move up. There's another ridge here. I'll be able to pop out and get a few shots from behind. Crap, I didn't want to go this far. I wanted to come out here on the right. I forgot that there's no real exit there now. I'm getting there. There's that comet. Okay. I just missed my chance to hit him. But I gotta keep moving forward so that IS-2 can't hit me. Okay. Just missed him. Come on, IS-2. Keep on going. Just gonna stay here. Hopefully he gets out. Crap, he's not coming out. Oh god, I guess got some of my hit points off, but I was gonna be one-shottable anyway. I was about to say, I could hit him. There we go. Now we got him. I'll be able to take him out before he's able to hit me. So overall, Top Gun in this game, pretty damn good, I must say, especially for the amount of risks I took. And like I said, this gun doesn't have a ton of damage per shot, but you can do a lot of damage if you stay alive enough and you get enough shells downrange. So as far as rewards go, Mastery Badge First Class, these are kind of useless. Hand of God, Bruiser, Top Gun Award. So damage wise, I didn't do the most amount of damage in the match. Thank you, Hellcat, for doing that. Only 1,379, 6 kills, most amount of experience. And even though I didn't do the most amount of damage, since I do have a very high rate of fire with this gun, I was able to get shells down and take out tanks with low HP, as well as help get those tanks down to low HP as well. I only blocked 80 HP of damage, which was from that Stuart, I believe, and spotted for 658. Made a decent amount of credit as well. So this tank, my opinion, it's a very good tank. However, you have to keep in mind that all the British tank destroyers with 9.5 have no armor to work with, and that can be difficult because if you play aggressively, you have to make sure you have enough cover and stuff to hide behind to peek out, take a shot without getting hit, or you have to play further back and move around to where you need it without being seen and thus ripped apart by tanks and artillery. But overall, I believe this tank line is very good, and the Challenger, yes, it only has 2 guns, and Tier 9 only has 1 gun available to it. It's pretty easy grind. You don't have to unlock a ton of modules, and from Tier 5 to Tier 7, you use the 17-pounder gun. Granted, there are a couple variants of it, but it's a very fun tank line to play because you're able to do a lot of damage and move around fairly easily. It's just not exactly for newer players because you can die very quickly in these tanks. So as I said earlier, there's a full 9.5 patch note link below to the official World of Tanks website. Feel free to check that out. If not, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website, wotguru.com.